Hello everyone, Blackberry here, back at you with some more content. This one's going to be a little bit different. We're going to discuss a tier list made by one of the top players in the NRS scene, KombatKiller. Now, KombatKiller's made a couple tier lists in the past, and this one is based solely on offline play. Now, that is a little bit controversial in itself because, for me personally, I've always been someone that, I'm not going to base a tier list on online, offline. Like, I'm just going to have one tier list, talking about the strengths of the characters, or where they're weak and all that good stuff. And to me, I feel like it's a little bit redundant because of the fact that a game like Mortal Kombat has such a strong netcode with the rollback, and while there are obvious differences between online and offline, I feel like they're not as big as some people make it seem. So I feel like a character that's strong online will also be strong offline. But that being said, let's look at the status he put on Twitter. So here, Kombat says, final offline tier list for this game. It was fun debating, but that's it from me based on MK11 moving on. Game had a lot of unfound potential for some of these characters, especially Raiden and Noob, and it's unfortunate we won't get to see it. List is fully ordered. Now, when it comes to the top tiers, it looks like he has about 9 in the highest tier. I always feel like it's 10, but anyways, let's take a closer look anyway. So here we have in S tier, Cetrion, Joker, Liu Kang, Jackie Briggs, Sub-Zero, Fujin, Cabal, Gears, Jade. Now for S-, which would be, I guess, high tier, at the top we have Johnny Cage, Kotal Kahn, Shang Tsung, Robocop, Kano, Spawn, Kung Lao, Raiden, Noob. To round it off. A tier, Scorpion, Rain, Terminator, Cassie, Shao Kahn, Jax, Katana, Nightwolf, Collector, Aaron Black. And for B tier, the final tier, Scarlett, Shiva, Baraka, Devorah, Rambo, Sindel, Sonya, Frost, and Molina. Now, let's take a closer look here. So for me, the thing that immediately stands out for me, being a Sindel player, is that he has Sindel 4th worst character in the game, and he actually has Frost here too as 2nd worst in the game, which is very surprising because I think that Frost is a very underrated character, honestly, very underrated. But yeah, let's go back to Sindel. So Sindel has a lot of controversy because people say that she's very strong online, but offline she's a lot easier to react to. Her mix is fake. The character is just not as strong offline because you can react to a lot of things like staggers and all that, all the stuff that she's doing. Her game plan just not as strong. Now, to me, as someone that has played this game offline a couple times, but most recently I played it at CEO. I did fairly well at CEO, and I played a lot of matches with her offline, and she honestly, for my playstyle, the way I play her, she played pretty much the same. The forward 4 staggers are real. The back 3 is real. You still are gonna get hit by low fireball off of back 3 mix and all that stuff. Hair flip, you know, the way hair flip works, it's real. It catches movement. It's an overhead. It's quick. All that stuff. Now it is easier to react to, and it is easier to react to the overhead. However, there are things that you can do with her to make that real as well. And of course, she's a counter zoner, so I mean, her game plan doesn't change. And the biggest thing for me overall with this tier list, you know, I don't main all these characters, but you know, since my character's included in this, you know, I'm gonna say it doesn't seem right that she is this low, because tier list should be based on matchups, right? And Sindel beats, you know, she goes even with a lot of characters, and she beats a decent amount of characters, I feel like. And based on that, I wouldn't put her this low. Like, personally, I'd probably put her somewhere in A tier. You know, she's not anything, you know, she's not S tier or anything, but I think she could definitely be in here with characters like Cassie and Shao and Jax and stuff. But that's for her. Enough about that though. Let's look at the order he has this, okay? So, Cetrion, best character in the game. Now that's like, you know, people usually say that Cetrion or Jackie are the best character in the game. I personally think that it's Jackie, but if you want to say Cetrion, that's fine, you know, to each their own. And Kombat has a different outlook on the game, since, you know, he's one of the best players in the world, so I completely respect the opinion. He has Cetrion best character in the game, that's fine. Now, Joker, second best character in the game. I don't really know about this. Joker, to me, personally, I feel like Joker is in the top 10. I feel like he's in the top 10, but like, I don't even know if Joker to me is top 5 anymore, because I feel like he has, while he's very strong, ridiculous buttons, you know, a lot of safety, you know, the fatal blow cancel, the being obnoxious, all that stuff. I feel like out of all the top tiers, he has some weaknesses. Like, he gets zoned out, I feel like, by a lot of characters. That can change based on the variation, but I feel like that's just an inherent weakness he has. That's not saying that he's not strong. I still think he's top 10, you know, but I definitely wouldn't put him number 2. Like, yeah. I feel like Jackie would be, I feel it's either Jackie or Cetrion in the number 1 and number 2 spot for me. Moving on to Liu Kang, another character, I feel like arguably top 5. If you wanted to put him outside the top 5, I wouldn't be mad at you. Then we have Jackie, we already talked about her. Sub-Zero, great spot for him. Fujin, you know, good spot for him. You could say he's in the top 5, but top 10, whatever. Cabal, agree. Gears, agree. Jade, is in a good spot. I feel like this is not 9, right? I feel like Kodal would go here. Like, if you had to put one more character in the top 10, I feel like it'd be Kodal, especially over Johnny. I know that Kombat is a Johnny main, like it's one of his mains, but Kodal is so strong. Like, the character, he's a tank, you know, he has a super strong mid that goes mid-screen. It catches any type of movement. You have to be ready for it all times. It's tough to flawless block on reaction, and you know, it has good follow-ups. He can make it safe too with his discus and all that stuff. Strong mid command grab. OS is on wake up that will combo into command grab. Able to regenerate life and do dot damage to you to secure the round. 1050 health, and you know, on top of that you have the regeneration, so it's kind of ridiculous. Honestly, I feel like he's definitely top 10, especially over Johnny. To me, Johnny would be towards the lower end of S minus, but that's where he has him. Shang's in a good spot. RoboCop a good spot. Kano I would have higher. I feel like he's, you know, arguably top 10, right outside of it. Spawn, decent spot. Kung Lao, I like this here. Raiden, that's great. Noob, I feel like another character that should definitely be here. And the thing about this list, right, is we only had 1 year of Mortal Kombat offline, really. Offline tournaments are starting to come back now, but we only really had 1 year. And while players like Kombat, Sonic Fox, and all those top players were able to play at We Play offline, and they played with a bunch of these characters, experiment with these characters, the thing that is that these players are not character specialists. So you know, we would never really see, at least not yet, we haven't seen a noob Cybot specialist offline. There's someone like Abyss, you know, Moses, people like that could really bring out the character's strengths, because I feel like with his matchups he beats a lot of strong characters, and I feel like he doesn't lose too much, so I feel like he should definitely be a lot higher than he is. But S minus isn't bad, so it is what it is. Scorpion, that's a decent spot for him. He doesn't really lose too much, but he doesn't really outright beat much, so I mean, solid placement for him. Rain, I like this because Rain is a slept on character, so you know, that's a pretty good spot for him personally. Terminator, another one. You know, he's super dangerous with his mix-ups and stuff. A lot of people will say that he's lower tier, but yeah, no, he has too many tools, especially after customs, to be anywhere lower, so I can agree with that. Cassie's always been solid. Shao Kahn, another character slept on, and with the buffs, I'm glad that people are starting to see that he's actually pretty decent. Jax, I feel like Jax has potential. Yeah, like he's a pretty solid character. Fast buttons, you know, like command throw, the extended strings are good for conditioning, heated arms, good crushing blows. You gotta respect him, so I respect the placement here. Katana, you know, I can't say anything about that. It's a decent spot for her. Nightwolf, solid. Collector, slept on character. Not sure where else I would put him, so you know, it's a cool spot for him. Aaron Black, another character I feel like is also slept on. I would probably put him higher. I would put him higher than, like, I'd say I'd put him higher than Jax, Katana, Nightwolf. Like, he's very annoying, honestly. I mean, he's got counter zoning with the scud shot, and you can't zone him because he has scud shot. You know, the scud shot eats your projectiles. You know, strong mids, good low with the low peacemaker, all that, command throw. Character's really good. Super strong fatal blow too. So you always have to be watching out for Aaron Black. You cannot sleep on the character. Next we have Scarlett. There's not much to say about Scarlett. She's okay, but she's been kind of not in the best place throughout the lifespan of MK11. So many flawless block gaps. I mean, this is a character that people will learn how to flawless block on, like, as their first character, you know? Like, she just has everything she has. Just, you know, you can flawless block pretty much, so that's a weakness of her. There's a mind game there, but like, it's not a mind game that most people want to be playing competitively. So yeah, Shiva, character's actually pretty annoying still, honestly, even with the stomp nerf. Mainly the mix-ups to me are kind of annoying to deal with, but I wouldn't put her higher than B, so cool. Baraka, you know, not the best character, so I can agree. Devorah, if anything, I'd probably put Devorah at the top of this tier, at the top of B tier, and like Baraka as well. Maybe even put Devorah into A. But yeah. Then we have Rambo. I don't know too much about Rambo. I feel like he has potential, honestly. He's kind of untapped. Like, there's not really any Rambo players like that out there. There's Dylan Lloyd, there's Rothar, but I think he dropped him, and Rothar was getting really good results. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I think the character has potential. He's got like a lot of weird stuff though. So we covered Sindel. Sonya, this character, I feel like this character's not very good, so I mean, good spot for her. Frost, like I said, she is underrated. And Molina, you know, it's a good spot for her. Poor Molina. Yeah, she's severely lacking. They put her in the game, didn't do much, you know. Didn't fix her. She has no range. People say she has potential. I don't know. I don't think you can solo main this character. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We got more content coming. Of course, a lot of Sindel action. And if you guys comment below, let me know what you guys think of this tier list. What are your opinions? Like, where would you put characters? What are some characters you think are being slept on in the current meta? Let me know. Until the next video, guys, I'll see you then. Peace out.